I have knowledge with this stuff, but I just feel like I've missed the boat many times with like really making good money off this stuff.
If you would have known then what you know now, you could have seen that like Bitcoin is just, you just put your money in there and you just forget about it. There's nothing to learn. There's no trading. It's not even an active process. It's just buy it and let it sit there.
Welcome to Satchats, the Bitcoin podcast where we chat about sats. Sats are the smallest part of a Bitcoin, the same way pennies are the smallest part of a dollar. With Satchats, we are building the world's biggest Bitcoin welcome center to serve as your gateway to generational wealth. So if you're brand new to Bitcoin, we want to chat about sats with you. Head to satchats.com to grab your slot in the studio today. I'm your host, Stuart Bitcoin Maxi, who wears prescription sunglasses to protect you and your loved ones from my Bitcoin laser eyes.
And I'm your co-host, Chris, founder and CEO of Ithaca Hummus, resident smash buyer when my wife lets me. We have a great little giveaway going on YouTube. We're giving away 10 million sats. 10 million sats.
10 million sats.
That's worth 121,000. Oh no, that's worth $12,000. That's worth $12,000 right now.
Yeah.
Okay, at today's exchange rate. We're giving away 10 million sats. All you have to do is subscribe to our YouTube channel. We're on our way to number 99. Kristen, Stuart's wife. That's going to be great. Coming up any day now.
We've got number 91, David, here in the studio. Dave is my brother-in-law.
That's right.
For all our satillionaires out there, before we get started, help us get to know you a little bit more.
Sure. In general, I'm a musician. I do music and medicine, and then a label owner, and I do admin, distribution, and publishing for artists, and I'm a recording artist myself. So so a violinist by trade.
Oh wow, that's very cool.
Yeah, I think, didn't you play violin at my wedding?
I did.
When Kristen was coming down the...
I did.
Yeah.
And the prelude.
Yeah. So, Dave, brother-in-law, musician, you have some Bitcoin and some crypto and some NFT experience, but you kind of went on an upward and downward journey and are kind of, I don't know if you're past it or in a pause or what have you, but we want to hear what your experience was.
Sure.
Tell us what that was like. Where were you? What'd you do? What year was it?
Yeah, I think, maybe 2008, 2009, I saw Kathy Wood, maybe one of the first TED Talks she did. And she said, this is going to be an emerging technology where like the future of money. And like at the time I didn't have money. And I said, well, I'm interested.
What was she referencing? Bitcoin, blockchain, crypto?
It was teaching about blockchain. Exactly.
Blockchain.
Good.
Yeah.
This is the bank lady, right?
Well, she runs a big old venture fund.
Yes.
And she's been deadly accurate on her predictions of stocks and different picks and technologies over the years.
Okay. Yeah. So it was the Bitcoin based on blockchain technology. And I was very interested in the blockchain technology. So I did my research. I eventually signed up for everything I could like an early Coinbase account, like before Coinbase was like, was Coinbase even there? I don't remember, but definitely I had a BitShares account, which is like an early ledger. And I set up, I went through the KYC. You didn't even have to do extensive KYC stuff. Like you could like sign up with an email. And so I signed up but given my circumstances, I didn't have money to invest. I couldn't even put $10 in.
Wow.
So I could be one of those Bitcoin millionaires at this point if I had the money to invest in.
Right. Wow. That's
so I was having health issues. I was on disability at the time, fully recovered now, but looking back, totally kicking myself like a lot of people probably did, who missed out on that first wave. But so I had an original ledger of something, don't fully understand it. And then I had an early Coinbase account when I finally saw that. So I saw the first wave come like in the first cycles. And I said, this is amazing. I finally got on my feet, got my life together, had a job. And the second cycle comes, and I'm like, this is it. I'm going to get in, and I'm going to make it. I got in at the top.
Which everybody does, by the way.
Yeah,
everybody buys the top.
Everybody, because that's how you get introduced. Like your friend says, "Hey, we're going up to the moon. Are you coming?" and then you're like, "No, I don't. I'm like, we didn't have enough gas that time or something."
The rocket's like,
So I got in at the top, got crushed. I'm talking like, for me, you know, grinding as in a new career.
Yeah.
I don't have a lot to invest.
Right.
I'm putting that coffee money into Bitcoin or into whatever it was, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I got crushed. I think I lost a couple $1,000s, and I was like, okay, I know the patterns. I have the knowledge. Next cycle, I'm going to do really well. So I did better. I was invested in altcoins. You know, I can't remember his third or second or third cycle, which cycle it was, but I did altcoins. One of my coins went up 1,000%.
Wow. Can you remember what year that was? Maybe not what cycle, but what year? 2018,
Sure.
2019?
When Quant hit,
Okay.
that was a big one for me.
Quant, okay.
Quant, QNT, you know. But it's interesting because, like, still, I'm not a big investor because I'm not making that much money yet. But the things I'm doing, I'm like, oh, I know how to do this now. I'm making smart decisions, and I'm investing in the right things. I did the ISO 2022 coins. Like, I'm a safe investor for crypto. You know, I'm doing the coins that supposedly have, what's the word? Use, right?
Yeah, you're not buying fart coin.
Right. I'm not buying fart coin. I like those coins. I'm not doing.
No more NFTs for now.
Not yet, but I did get into NFTs because I'm a musician. I'm a recording artist. I made some cool NFTs. None of my NFTs sold, but I was like, well, I see all these people making money off NFT flipping. I'm going to try it. I did flip NFTs, I think, but like, I'm still learning the game. I'm always, everything I do, I'm a harbinger for the front of the pack. Mm-hmm. Whether I'm able to do it well or not, that's another question. Like, I have my own traffic lane, like the Jay-Z lyric, I think, you know, is Hove lane. But like, so I'm flipping NFTs. I think the most I made off of NFT was like $30. Each cycle, I'm like, okay, I get out at the wrong times. My entry and exit hasn't been I think the right thing, because, you know, I think I said earlier, I got into crypto. I'm like, they offer all these opportunities to trade, mm-hmm. and I'm like, I'm gonna be a trader. So every time you're walking to and from Harris Teeter to your car, you're like looking at it, and I'm like, oh, this is a good one. I'm gonna trade this. No, it's not. Trading's a full-time job for the guys that do it,
and even for them, they lose.
Right, they lose too. Yeah. But you don't think you're gonna trade. This is a disclaimer to the viewers. Yeah. Don't think you're going to trade just because you're not in you have the window up. No, don't trade. I think, you know, so I was doing that, and I just got wrecked doing that stuff. So I got out this last cycle at 55, and I see it go. I don't have FOMO or anything about this stuff because I've seen so many cycles go up and down. I do want to invest again. I do want, as a long-term value, you know, store of value, I want to invest again. And so to really make money, I think for a store of value, Bitcoin could be good. But in terms of like really compounding your money, I think the altcoins and NFTs would be, for me, where I would want to be. But, you know, like, I have knowledge for this stuff, but I just feel like I've missed the boat many times with like really making good money off this stuff. So that's where I'm at. And so I know you said we could open up to questions later, but I want to know, like, what would be a smart decision for this moving forward? You know, like, I think it's a good thing. I want to invest, but like, I think I was really like, oh, this is going to be the currency. And that hasn't been the move yet, right?
Okay.
Well,
So
Yeah.
I know I loaded a lot.
No, that's so good, man. So how would you recommend he
therapy.
dust himself off and reintroduce himself to this world?
I think there's a couple things to recognize here. First of all, is that after kind of listening to your story before we started recording and even now, I can relate to being someone who's out in front, as you said, and kind of excited about the future, interested in learning, like, oh, Kathy Wood's saying this new blockchain thing. I'm interested, even though it's not widely adopted. I am interested in gaining knowledge that can give me a little bit of a leg up.
Right.
And that's a cool, exciting place to be, but it's also a very dangerous place to be.
Right.
Because you take a technology like blockchain, especially at the very beginning of when blockchain was starting to come online, and you spread that out across all these use cases, Bitcoin being one of them. And what you're in this landscape of like, well, what's the right thing here? And there's a thousand options. Yeah, there's so many options. And like, how could you know? How could you have known?
There was no way.
There was no way you could have known 15 years ago that, of all these options, actually Bitcoin is the one that I don't have to learn how to do this. I don't. If you would have known now what if you would have known then what you know now, you could have seen that like Bitcoin is just, you just put your money in there and you just forget about it. There's nothing to learn. There's no trading. It's not even an active process. It's just buy it and let it sit there.
Yeah, I understand that now. It's same thing. Like, what? Here's a good question for y'all. Why, besides the gains, like if it's truly to fight like inflation and like the government printing money type stuff, like why not just do a Roth, or why not just do like the stock market? What a secure, safe bet. Like what and I'm not saying that's my decision to be safe investor, but because Bitcoin, even Ethereum now is like a safe store of value that's looking like, right? But like, why crypto? Why blockchain technology? Why not do a Roth or like something S&P 500? Like if it's really a store of value and it's in.
Well, because all those like investments, Roth IRA, they're all dollar denominated investment opportunities. Right. So really all they're doing is keeping up with inflation plus a couple percent.
Plus like 2 points, right?
And then if you look at like, well, what's real inflation?
Right.
And you adjust that for true inflation, you're losing value.
Right. So what's Bitcoin? What's Bitcoin's rate of
return?
Yeah. Well, as of if you track back 12 months from now, if you go back to July of last year, it's up 100%.
Oh, it is up 100.
It's up at 100%.
So what?
Bruh.
100%. But we, that is great. But then where's the entry for you never know. And it should. What I'm trying to do is do zero-based budgeting for my family. Then going into just a regular weekly, bi-weekly, monthly buy.
Yeah.
It doesn't really matter what it's at. You're not looking at it. You set up
100%. That would be my recommendation.
Yeah.
And just accept the fact that today you are going to buy at the top.
Right.
But if you're truly dollar cost averaging, like you're explaining,
that's what we're trying to do.
Then you're also going to buy the bottom.
Yeah.
And my other second piece of that is like, do not buy altcoins. Do not buy any other crypto because, I mean, you're gonna probably end up diversifying across all crypto, and whatever you gain in Bitcoin, you're gonna lose in all those altcoins.
I just got goosebumps because I was like, that was what was happening. That whatever I gained, whatever I had the 1,000% gain, one was just wrecked. The other one was wrecked. Well, I don't remember what it was, but like one was like negative something, and so like the diversification, I guess, is like, I don't know. Yeah, the safe bet I think would just be Bitcoin, but that's like the gold. But then what's the silver? Like Ethereum, but
Why do you need silver if you can buy gold?
That's a good point. Yeah.
Here's what I'll say.
Yeah.
I think that.
What about utility though?
Like, what about the utility of Bitcoin?
No, the utility coins like.
Oh,
they all run off Bitcoin.
Hang on. Let's slow it down here.
Okay.
Let's slow it down. Let's build these layers real quick for you, Dave.
Okay.
Because you're coming at me like number one Jessie did, where she had like her questions like went like this and it went and you're like trying to chop off everyone, like more heads appear.
Yeah.
So first things first, like Chris said, you saw this early and that's great. You jumped in and attempted to trade and you didn't do very well.
Mm-hmm.
And you recognize that trading is a full-time job for traders. And you're right.
Mm-hmm.
If I can just open up a little side pocket real quick, I'm reading a book about Sam Bankman-Fried right now.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And his FTX exchange.
Yeah.
And what I've learned so far.
I was on FTX.
Really?
Yeah.
So.
Not a lot. I lost $300.
Okay. So that money went away for you.
It went, yeah. And then there were so many scams reaching out to me to try and get the money that I was like, I don't need that 300.
Yeah.
I don't want to give my KYC to someone else.
Yeah. Well, the salient point for trading that I've learned reading this book is that in today's world, some of these, most of us are not good at trading. But let's imagine that we are excellent at trading. We're number 9, Paul. We've got 12 screens. We're a single human being who's just going to somehow do it.
Yeah.
Have fun.
There are these organizations that pay the stock exchanges for the information before anyone else gets it. And I'm talking about they pay to have access to the trading information for a total of like 3 milliseconds before anyone else.
Wow.
And in those 3 milliseconds,
that's not insider trading, is it?
No, it's just delivering the information along the fiber optic cable to them. This is completely legal. The stock exchanges make a ton of money selling their information to these trading organizations.
Wow.
Split seconds before anyone else.
I mean, that's all it takes is it's happening. Like you have a 1 second delay, 5 second delay, but if it's a split second, that's all you need for it to go.
And they use computers to just and there's just
You're never
absolutely
gonna
no
beat
way.
that. You're never
on
gonna
your
beat
phone
it.
between the Harris teeter and your car, you just are not going to be able to do it.
It's not possible.
And there's also absolute madness out there where earlier in time, like Sam Bankman-Fried was able to see that the price of Bitcoin as reported in America was sometimes $20,000 different from the price of Bitcoin as reported in South Korea.
What?
And he would buy it cheap in South Korea, send it to the US, sell it high, take the money, buy it cheap.
I did see that.
Just
I saw that.
Just like that.
I didn't fully understand that, but I did see some article or post about that.
You as an individual attempting to trade any marketplace, whether it's crypto, Bitcoin, or stocks, is like you jumping into a vat of boiling water.
Yeah,
it's
or
just
shark-infested water.
You're gonna get destroyed.
Yeah.
You're gonna get destroyed. So if I can close that side pocket, you saw the technology, but your mistake was attempting to trade it for gains that were faster than what you were due.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So anybody who is investing in anything, my recommendation would be to do it slowly over time along a regular schedule using cash money that they just aren't going to need for a while.
Yeah.
So you could potentially go buy $50 worth of gold each week from a gold bug and make yourself a little pile of gold coins.
Right.
Or you could try to buy, shares of Apple, every so often, and you set that money aside and, you buy yourself that type of thing. Or the S&P 500, you just go buy, everybody should dollar cost average into their investment and expect to have a long time horizon. Like, this is for my kids, this is for my grandkids.
Right.
Like, at no point in order to cover that zero-based budget for my family am I going to need to tap into this stuff, period.
Yeah.
And that way, if your Apple stock crashes 20% because it turns out they are claiming to have a private experience for you and are actually 100% selling your data everywhere all the time, and have to pay a big fat lawsuit or whatever, you don't care, because those dips will be nothing in the long-term scale of what you're doing, right?
It's like therapy.
You want to know? I've been sitting here. You want to know what the compound annual growth rate of Bitcoin has been since inception? Guess.
I
guess like how much it goes up each year?
Yeah.
Oh, the compound growth rate, or like all time?
No,
like
not all time. Not all time.
How much does it go up each year on average?
On average, compounding those years together. Yeah.
Is it going up 15% a year, 20% a year?
Well, first of all,
I think it's over 100.
What do you hear?
Sure.
What do you hear about the S&P? What's that supposed to do on average for you every year?
The return, is it like like under 10?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was like 7%.
7 to 10%.
Yeah.
Okay. So what? And so before you say this, the point I'm trying to make for you is that now that you're older and wiser and can hopefully have a longer horizon where you can wait for things for longer than you could when you were younger, to where you can set aside the idea of 1,000% gains or just trading at all. And you can say, you know what, I'm going to sit down with my wife and we're going to budget to spend $50 a month. We're going to invest in something $50 a month or $50 a week. Okay. It's time to dollar cost average into an investment that's going to be the best performing investment. Right. Okay.
Better than real estate.
Better than real estate. Way better than real estate.
Oh my God.
Also with
I'm not getting into real estate anyway.
No property tax.
Amazing.
No maintenance costs.
Right.
No trees, no floods, no fires.
That's
no
good.
wind.
No robberies.
That's great.
So
I agree with you all.
You know, if you're looking at the investments going around the Indy 500 and each one of them is a NASCAR, and you're like, well, which one of these is going the fastest? If you look up, there's a spaceship that's actually just in the sky going off to the moon.
Let me put some numbers to this. Let me put some numbers to this. Okay. I'm just going to tell you.
Okay.
Compound annual growth rate. We're comparing same time period, 2010 to today. Gold, 9.5%.
Okay.
So each year it went up by 9.5%.
Roughly. I mean, S&P 500, 13.5.
13.
It's been great. I mean, interest rates have been low, returns have been great over the last what are we talking about here? Like 15 years? It's been above average.
Okay.
Bitcoin, 200%.
Wow.
200%.
200.
That's a lot.
So 200.
And yes, like people are like, oh, it's volatile. Yeah, I mean, day to day, week to week, month to month, but over any extended period of time, we're talking like multiple. I mean, there's never been anything like it.
So a big thing for me is utility, though. I feel like if there was an issue, let's say like a political leader says, we will now use this altcoin for our main currency. You know, the federal government has their own USDC or whatever. Like we're going to use this standard. Then what's going to happen to Bitcoin, right? Everyone's like, oh no, we got to go to this federal standard now, and everyone's going to use whatever it is. Like I think there is a federal coin now, right?
They would just
not yet.
They would be replacing the dollar, not Bitcoin.
So
right, but I'm
first of all,
why wouldn't people just be like, okay, I'm going to invest like just like the USD?
Because that's centralized. It's just right back to centralization.
That's right.
Plus, just because a nation state decides to change its medium of exchange, hey, instead of US dollars, we're going to use a digital token, doesn't mean it impacts Bitcoin's ability to store your value.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
So first things first, there is no digital token yet for the United States.
Right.
Unless you count the fact that nobody uses real cash anyways for any purchase whatsoever.
All credit cards.
It's all freaking digital already. It's just numbers flying around.
Yeah.
And they're great numbers because you can get anything with those numbers that you want here in the United States.
Right.
The only problem with those numbers is you need more and more of them as you get older to get the same dang stuff.
Because inflation. Yeah.
So take your numbers and come over here where the numbers don't change. okay, come over to Bitcoin, because the limited supply and the
Right.
hard cap means that your wealth is divided by 21 million,
Right.
period. Over here, your wealth is divided by infinity.
Right.
Because the government's like, we need
they're
to
printing.
Yeah.
Also, there has to be you. I think what I'm running to is like running into. You still need hope for the future.
Mm-hmm.
Like without that, like why do anything with your money? Why not just go and spend anything? Because I think like a fatalistic outlook on the future, like given the political climate, political environment, you're like, well, I'm not going to put it in Bitcoin. Like, I don't believe in like my generations down the line are going to have this. But no, like what you're explaining is like, to me, it's kind of giving my mind a little shift. Like it does matter because then generations down the line will have that blockchain record of where they entered that dollar investment of that blockchain right then, right there. Like they're going to have that Satoshi right there. So like, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I think part of me too has been, given the state of the world, like I just haven't been wanting to invest back into Bitcoin, but you're right. With 200% gain, like it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
It's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Like why would you be doing any sort of S&P? Why would you do anything Roth IRA?
No.
Like, it would just be silly.
It would be absolutely absurd because again, don't forget that 10% or that 13%, you got to subtract 7% for the increase in the money supply.
Yeah.
So you really have 3% gains in gold, maybe 6% gains in the S&P.
I do buy silver too. Like I don't know, because I'm in a limbo right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in limbo. I didn't want to get back into crypto. I know about like inflation and like the money, where the money's losing value at just insane amounts. So like, why would I even invest in that? But then, so I'm like, well, I got this cool new bullion app. I'm going to buy a gold bar because like, then I have it in my hand. Like that doesn't bother me as much, but it's cool to hand my daughter a silver dollar. Then like, I'm like, well, baby, let me show you how you would transact on the computer to get this Bitcoin out. Like, let me show you how your Web3 wallet works. Like, like they don't want to know that. And Lauren, like my wife was like, well, in the will, you probably should put your she doesn't even know this, your 12 seed phrase to recover your crypto. Like it, we're still evolving, like the Wild Frontier. I just saw Dances with Wolves recently. I'm like we're still evolving. The Wild Wild West is still figuring it out, a way to make it more user friendly for the masses. But,
yeah. First things first. If you're simply saving in cash, you're at -7% or worse.
Right.
If you're investing in some of these traditional NASCARs, you're making a couple of percentage points. So yes, inheritance, yes, transacting, yes, future problems. The current problem is that your money is melting and we want you to get it over to the 200% category.
Right.
Get your, you're talking about Dances with Wolves. How about Waterworld? Get your ass to dry land, my guy. Okay. The tattoos on the back of the little girl's neck is pointing up. Go there. Okay.
Okay.
Quit peeing into a contraption that turns it back into water because you're just in the ocean, dude. Get your butt to the dry land at the top of the planet, and then let's worry about what happens next. You know what I mean? Because you'll have time.
Yeah.
You'll have time. So my recommendation, and I think our recommendation would be to dollar cost average into Bitcoin, because even $50 a month by the time your kids are at university will be a hilarious amount of resources for you. Yeah. And you can look at Blockchain Wayne's episode. He's been putting in $50 a month since 2017. He's good to go.
Yeah. And don't worry about anything else. You don't have to become a part-time professional trader. Like, go figure out, like, and it sounds like you already know this, like, where do you want to spend your time? It's probably not there, unless you're just chasing the dopamine hit. Like, that releases you to just go do your life's work.
Yeah. Whoa. Yeah. I didn't want to be a trader at all. Like it was the dopamine hit. You know, you see it go up, you're like, sell.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that
yeah,
was
yeah.
fun for. I don't want that. That's why I
It's
got
an
out
illusion,
of them.
you know, yeah.
It's so fake. Yeah.
You know what I
That's
mean?
amazing, dude. You just sliced through the Gordian knot of that crypto question because you don't want to be a trader. I was
No.
about to recommend an option for you,
I don't want to be a trader.
but you don't even want that.
No.
So look at
I
your
do
budget.
like utility though.
Okay.
I do like
Bitcoin's
that.
the most useful
Yeah.
currency ever created.
But what about like any like gas? I'm just saying
XRP?
for the viewers, right? Gas and wait times for transaction times, right? Like it's a store of value, Bitcoin store of value.
Yeah.
But I like the idea of utility to 1 cent. You know, like what was that coin that was doing penny? That was a big thing. Penny, not XRP. I don't remember the name of the coin.
If you like it enough to risk less than 200% a year, knock yourself out.
No,
I
I
mean,
don't. I'm going to do 200%. But there are coins out there where there was a whole ecosystem built.
Yeah.
But then no one was in the ecosystem.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
I was in the ecosystem like, this is great. Where are the users?
Yeah, where is everybody?
Okay.
Where is everybody? Where even the metaverse is like,
Yeah.
I was like, where is everyone?
So
really, really
look at
weird.
the orange dots.
Sure.
See those orange dots?
That's like
those are individual transactions that are happening right
I'm very
now.
familiar with that.
And
Yeah.
all the blue dots as well are ones that have happened over the past 3 hours. This ecosystem is a global ecosystem.
Yeah, the XRP map of this is very interesting to me too, where you could see it all across the globe, like where the XRP is pouring into. Because I think that'll go into replace Swift payments. Like I think you know, for like internationally sending money is a big thing. But that's not what we're talking about here. Like the store of value, like. Bitcoin.
Well, why can't you do that with Bitcoin?
Yeah. So let's slow down.
Oh, because that's what I'm saying. What about the transaction fees being slower, and then also gas, right?
So gas is an Ethereum thing. You don't need gas for Bitcoin.
Isn't there a little gas with Bitcoin?
You do need to pay transaction fees.
Okay,
right? It's like you know, Chris and I could send when we send. Let's say we send $50 worth of Bitcoin to you.
Mm-hmm.
It costs about 13 cents to send it, depending on the network, right? It's not very much.
PayPal takes more just to do an instant transfer on your.
And if you can wait 10 minutes, wait 10 minutes for me to get you your Bitcoin, costs like 13 cents for me.
Yeah.
That's
any amount.
Yeah, I could send you 50, 500, 5,000.
50 million.
I saw a transaction
cents.
for several $1 million that cost a dude $3 to send.
Yes. So what's the like? How does it factor the ratio to figure out how much they're charging? Is it just
how fast do you want it to go?
Well, it's actually it's a component of how much information is in your transaction, which has nothing to do with the value of what you're sending.
Right.
And then it's a free market. If it's very, if you go into a restaurant and the restaurant's full and everybody's waiting to get seated, and someone's like, "Hey, we got one table, but you got to pay $10 if you want it now." It's like, "I'll pay $10."
Right.
They charge. The transaction fees will go up if you want to get in sooner. But if you can wait a day, 15 cents. Whoop,
yeah.
You can just doesn't matter. Now XRP, okay, maybe it facilitates international transactions, but you have a company that created it. And they said, let there be 100% of this token. Okay. Let us be assigned 80% of that token. Let's let the rest of you fight over 20% remaining while our bags get pumped as you guys trade it. Okay. If that's your scene, it's a centralized token.
It's centralized.
The US dollar is also a centralized token. It sucks.
Yeah.
Bitcoin can be sent from anyone to anyone, anytime, for any reason, without any permission from any third party, period. You cannot stop me from sending Bitcoin to you, period.
Right.
It's online all the time. It works around the globe. It is 10 minutes a block, so it might take 10 or 20 or 30 minutes to get to you. Mm-hmm. But the alternative is a system where you might need permission, where a third party could say, you can't send that transaction, or you have to use a money that's losing value all the time. It's going down by 7% as you're trying to exchange it. This is going up 200%, period. Okay. So, and also there's something called the Lightning Network, which is it's like a side chain where you take some Bitcoin out over here and you can exchange it at the speed of light.
Okay.
So I can send you Satoshis on the Lightning Network instantly, just like XRP. And then when you're done, you collapse it to the chain, you come back on. So we believe that Bitcoin will become the global monetary standard for both large value, slow transactions and small value, high frequency transactions. And by the time your kids get to be Johnny's age, they will have Bitcoin on their phone. They'll go to the mall. And when they check out, they'll just scoop and okay, 20,000 Satoshis for that shirt. Yes, ma'am. Just like that.
Have you seen that video of them zooming in on a microchip, computer microchip?
Mm-mm.
You gotta look that up.
Okay.
Basically, it keeps on going.
Yeah.
And it looks like a satellite view zooming in, like housing, then more housing, then more housing, more housing, more housing, more housing. All that information's in this computer chip, and there's a lot. It can go deep, but it makes me think of the blockchain.
Yeah,
and like where the blockchain came from, and then like the AI stuff we have, and also the like quantum computing that we're trying to like shut down really quick. But none of that stuff at the end of the day really matters. You give me 100 years, you give me 60 years, like my family's going to be okay if we start investing now.
Correct. Right.
There
You'll have time to figure everything out.
Yeah.
All you need to do is say to yourself, I'm ready to look at the budget with my wife and figure out how much each month we can put into Bitcoin and not need it for the foreseeable future.
Yep.
We recommend all our beginners here and all you satillionaires out there, try to put together $50 a month. And over the years, that will be fantastic. If you can put together $50 a week, that's even better.
What's times 12?
That's $600 a year.
$600 a year. Okay.
I mean, it costs $50 to take your family to Chick-fil-A to eat one dang meal.
It does, no.
So can you skip one of them suckers?
You definitely.
And have that 50 turn into a 200% increase, in 1 year.
So I've gone a full week without eating myself.
Really?
Yeah.
On a fast?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he stacked an incredible amount of Satoshis as a result.
Yeah.
Now, wait.
So
go ahead.
we could go a million levels deeper on all of this, just like that microchip.
Yeah.
But we can't fit it all into a single chat about sats.
Right.
So that's why we ask each of our guests if they'd be willing to come back on in 9 months to give us an update on their Bitcoin baby. Would you be willing to do that?
Come on back.
Yeah. You hold me accountable.
Yeah, exactly.
Hold me accountable.
And we can go deeper into some of those things we haven't treated today.
Okay. We haven't treated. This was like therapy.
Yeah.
It's so. Oh man. Okay.
So let's recap.
Is important.
Let's recap the conversation with Dave. Then we'll have some hummus. Okay. So Dave is my brother-in-law, musician, family man.
That's right.
And an early adopter of cryptocurrency writ large, also to include wallets, some NFTs, and attempting to trade, right?
Right.
And ultimately what happened with Dave is that he jumped into a space that will chew you up and spit you out with zero warning. Okay. Quick quote from Avatar right there. Pandora will chew you up and spit you out with zero warning. The grizzled general dude.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So you
came. I'm also a blue person.
Never saw it.
So
never saw it. Okay.
What ultimately ended up happening is you kind of got ejected out of the other side of your experience with some trauma.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But you still had a desire
to
invest because that if you just earn dollars and save dollars, you're kind of building your house on quicksand.
Yeah.
And you'll kind of just
0 cents.
You'll never really make it. Even, your dad came over to America at a time when things weren't as ridiculous as they are now.
No, the dream was still alive for those people, like the 80s, 90s people.
Yeah.
The boomers.
Exactly. And the dream is still alive. We just need you to use a different vehicle to get there.
Yeah,
That's all.
right. That's right.
The
Bitcoin.
Bitcoin, right?
Yeah.
The land of America, the
Yeah.
spirit of America, the infrastructure, the decently low crime rates, these are all in place. And like honoring private property and individual effort, it's all still there. It's just that we need to switch from this centralized token that is an artifact of the previous century to today's rocket ship, right? Like we're in the world of AI now. Why would we use a slip of paper from last century as our money? That makes no sense. It's like hopping in your horse and buggy to get to the studio.
Right.
You can, it's just not the best vehicle to get from point A to point B anymore.
Sure.
Okay. So you're still looking around for an investment. You're like, maybe I'll look at stocks, or, you know, maybe some silver, some gold. You know, you still have that. And I feel like a lot of us do we just all feel like only using dollars is not going to get us there. Mm-hmm. So what did we talk about today? We talked about the fact that even though your foray, your adventure, your excursion into the world of crypto kind of left you banged up and bloody, doesn't mean that Bitcoin wasn't the correct choice the entire time. And trading is entering a world where these multi-billion-dollar organizations that are often not even necessarily known or wanting to be known are paying for that information milliseconds before you can get it, so that they can absolutely wreck everyone else before you even have a chance to pull out your phone after you're done buying some groceries at Harris Teeter. So trading, don't worry about it. Focus only on Bitcoin, because 7%, 13%, we want 200%.
Do you think she'll take me back?
Bitcoin will take you back.
All right.
Yeah. Because Bitcoin is for everyone.
Everybody.
And everyone can buy Bitcoin. Everyone can sell Bitcoin. Everyone can use Bitcoin. It's online all the time. And every 10 minutes, it proves itself all over again.
Yeah.
Right? So our recommendation to you was to sit down with your wife and look at your budget and like, don't go insane, right? Don't be like, hon, we got to drive everything into it right now. Okay. Because then you would have to create an entire podcast where you interview 98 people so that you can get to the point where your wife finally shows up and you're like, let me put all our money into Bitcoin. All right. Yeah. Just go slow.
Yeah.
That might be $50 a month. It might be $50 a week. It could be $250 a month, right? Mm-hmm. But any amount is going to be okay, because over time the gains are so ridiculous that your kids will be fine, and their grandkids, and they'll be like, Granddaddy, did you really start dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin when it was only $100,000? And you'd be like, I sure did, hon. They're like, oh, Granddaddy, you're such a Chad. You're an absolute yeah. Oh, it'll be 10 million by the time you have grandkids. But anyways,
So how do you? But real quick before I know you're wrapping up a bit, but what advice do you have for the ride down?
Keep buying the same amount on the same frequency.
Yeah, but you've given a lot of therapeutic advice, like transitionally life-changing advice. So how am I going to survive the ride down?
Yeah,
the downside. If
you're choosing an amount of money each month that you could literally light it on fire and it would be fine. If it's $100 a month, well, let's keep using 50.
Okay.
Let's say you choose $50 a month, and over the grand slice of a year,
right,
$600.
That's why you get a tattoo, 200% across your forearm. Reminder, that Bitcoin logo, and then 200% to remind you. You start sweating. You see the downside 30%. You look over. You're like, okay, we're good.
And actually, after enough time. When you realize the power of dollar cost averaging, it means that you're buying. It means that you're buying the top.
Yeah.
It means that you're buying the bottom. It means that you're buying the middle.
Yeah.
And no matter what when you start your journey over a year, over 2 years, over 4 years, you'll be buying the whole thing. Yeah. And if you start at 100K and over 4 years it's 500K, your cost basis is going to be 250, 300. You'll always be in the middle.
Dip below. Your cost basis will never dip below the dip.
Yes. With dollar cost averaging, you will always be in the middle no matter what.
For long enough.
Yes. And over enough period of time, you'll get to the point where you realize that if the price dips, temporarily because people are trading, things are happening, that your weekly purchase that week or your monthly you're going to get more.
Yeah.
And you're going to look at your tattoo and go, I want that sucker to go down.
Yeah.
When you wake up and it goes down, you're like, yeah, boy.
Yeah. Then you can put more in. Opportunity to put more in.
Yeah. Because when we started this podcast, it was
Yeah,
at 100K. And when it was dipping down to 80, we were like, yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Because we were like scooping it up.
Yeah.
And now it's at 120. You'll get to where you're fine with dips.
Yeah.
And eventually with your cost basis being, let's say it's at a $200,000 and it's trading around 500, it dips to 450, you're like, more sats for me.
More sats.
Because it's so far above your cost basis that you'll never catch up to it. We're
long-term savings account.
We're just converting a small, safe percentage of it over to Bitcoin.
Yeah.
And then we're going to learn more. We're going to keep watching satchats. We're going to read the Bitcoin standard. We're going to do it all, right?
Yeah.
And as your conviction grows, you can make changes to your strategy. But the only real change is to change how much your dollar cost average is, if you ask me.
Yeah.
I would just slowly convert myself over to a Bitcoin standard and recognize that this is for my kids, for my grandkids, for my great grandkids. They're going to be like, dude, you were the Chad, Dad.
Yeah.
Right? So let's take a brain break.
All right, David. So we have a sponsor here on SatChats. They're called Ithaca Hummus, our founding sponsor. You've got the lemon dill here. We're all going to grab a woven wheat cracker, dip into it one at a time, and then taste it all together.
Yep, there you have it.
It's like communion.
Yeah,
exactly. And we'll crunch into the mic here because they
like that. The sponsor likes it.
They come for the Bitcoin. They stay for the ASMR, man. Cheers.
Peace be with you.
Bitcoin be with you.
That was good.
Yeah,
I love that dill flavor.
There is a reason why lemon dill has been our number one flavor.
Really?
I don't know if it is currently.
Mm-hmm.
I think my ratio was off though on the. I should have gotten more.
Have another. Look, it's right behind you. Fat glob, man. Grab a fat glob.
Big old fat.
Well, that's what I should have done initially. Because this was really good. My wife loves hummus.
I'm gonna get a fat glob as well because that lemon dill is juicy.
All right, while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and calculate what $50 worth of Bitcoin is worth right now. So I'm gonna take 50. I'm gonna divide it by 121,719, and then multiply that by 100 million because there's 100 million Satoshis in every Bitcoin. 41,078. 41,078. Get 41,078 sats or $50.
The sats.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, dude.
Is that usually like what people choose? Or?
Well, the scoreboard's right there.
So, Dave, thank you for stacking the sats.
Oh, I think Lydia
she
took
did.
the dollar.
She did. She did. I wasn't here, but I remember it.
So you bring our scoreboard to 83, who have stacked the sats, along with 8 who need a little bit more time. And when they come back on in 9 months, we'll try again.
How do I sign up for your that giveaway?
All you have to do to enter the giveaway is to subscribe to our channel on YouTube. That is it.
So I've got multiple email sign up to YouTube. You just want to do them all.
Listen, this is one of those things where all we're letting you know is that every single account that is subscribed to our show will be entered to win 10 million Satoshis, not 46,000.
Right.
10 million.
Which is what, 12?
That's $12,172 in today's terms. But it's going up 200%.
Yeah.
It's going up 200%, right?
If I win that, like, it'll all be in Bitcoin, but I would donate that to a good, not all of it, a percentage to a good cause. We'll just put that on there.
So maybe your altruistic intent will give you a better exactly
for those 82 other competitors. Oh, it's subscribers.
Subscribers.
I see. Yeah,
So when we reach 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, that's when we will pull one Satillionaire at random and drop 10 million Satoshis on their head.
Okay.
So for you Satillionaires out there watching, this is the part where we ask you for your value in exchange for ours. What do we value? YouTube subscriptions, like we just said.
Yeah.
Smash the subscribe to enter for your chance to win 10 million sats.
That's good.
When we reach 100,000 subscribers. Okay.
Who wouldn't do that?
Also, smash the subscribe because we're trying to reach 2,700 by August 21st. The watch hours, we want to get to 4,000 so that we can unlock membership area and ads, right? Because Zaxby's is dying to show y'all an ad before this episode starts. Okay, they're like, please come in for our new zesty chicken wrap. Okay. And I'm looking for sponsors.
What's the number? What's the number? Jeremy, what's the revenue target for that?
5,000. Okay. So if you'd like to sponsor our show and you're used to sponsoring some of these bigger outfits for, I don't know, 10,000 a month, 15,000 a month. I really don't even know what it works. I don't know how it works or what the market rates are. But if you're listening, you're like, oh, $5,000? I'm a multi-million-dollar Bitcoin exchange. I could wipe my Bouticos with $5,000 a month. I'll sponsor you because we have beginners coming on the show and we could get them set up to be your customer for life.
Look how we treat our foundation, our founding sponsor.
Exactly.
Here. Every episode gets their own segment. I mean,
if you want to be the exchange, if you want to be the wallet,
the first sponsor to come from the Bitcoin ecosystem.
Yeah.
We got to figure out something real special to do for them.
And then if you want us to be on your podcast,
yes,
we'll come on your podcast.
Yeah,
we'll go on literally any podcast with any amount of viewers.
Ideally a non-Bitcoin podcast too.
Yeah, bring us on your podcast about ice fishing.
Call her daddy. We got to get you on Call Her Daddy.
We need to get both of us. You see, we're a package deal, my friend. We can do individual appearances, but it's Bob and it's Silent J and Bob or whatever.
That's right. Yeah, I mean, it's a duo. It's Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen.
I don't
exactly.
I don't want to be the speed bump. I don't want to be the lead factor.
You don't have to be on everyone. But I'm just saying that part of what makes our podcast unique is that there's two hosts.
Yeah.
Many podcasts have one host. There's two of us.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. It's peanut butter and jelly.
That's right.
Okay. It's a hot cup of coffee and
creamer.
It's I'm going to say it's the Stroop waffle that you pop on top. And then the heat of the coffee makes it juju. And then you
Stroop waffle, Belgian style.
Yeah. I think it's a Dutch treat.
Is it?
Yeah. But anyways, on podcasts if you can take both of us.
Belgium Dutch, right?
Like sometimes you might, family friendly if you can't handle two guys at once.
It's Dutch with a Flemish flair. Let me stop you right there.
All right. So help us get to these places that we want to go, okay? Because we're doing the Lord's work here for Bitcoin.
That's right. We share, partook,
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right. And also you can support the show by coming on it, just like number 91 just did. Satchats.com. Our Lightning and on-chain addresses are in the show notes as well. Remember, Satchats is for educational purposes only and should not be construed as financial advice. Also, our guest's views are his own. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye.